Hey Paula and Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm Jen McNabb from Nashville, Tennessee, and I am about to show you my roasted butternut squash risotto. And I say it with air quotes because it's not a traditional risotto where you make the creaminess with just whipping up the starch and the rice. I prefer to use Philadelphia cream cheese because it cuts out all that extra time. Whenever I hear risotto, I think tons of time, and I'm a mom of 2 boys. I work full time. I don't have that kind of time. So I'm gonna show you an easy way to do it and a delicious way, if not better than a regular risotto. It's my risotto. So come on, let me show you. First thing I'm gonna do, and Paula, you're gonna be happy about this, is crisp up some bacon. I'm gonna use the bacon as both a topper as well as the fat in it to really start my risotto. So I'm gonna get that going in a pretty large saucepan here. And meanwhile, I'm gonna come over here to a jelly roll pan, and I've got about 1/4 to 1/2 inch dice of butternut squash. I'm just gonna lay that all out here, drizzle it with about a tablespoon of olive oil, and sprinkle just a little bit of salt. Not a ton, just a little bit to season it. Give it a real good rub down. Make sure it's all even here on the pan, and throw it into a 425-degree oven for only 10 minutes. So I get to forget about it. Okay, Paula. The bacon is perfect, just like you would do it, perfectly crisp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set this aside on a paper towel on top of a plate, and I'm gonna be kind of careful to reserve that bacon fat because we certainly don't wanna get rid of that yummy goodness. We're actually gonna use that as some of the fat for the basis of our risotto. Last little bit here, of course. What's a girl to do but to add more fat? And what should we add? I think we should add some butter. So let's do it. Just 2 tablespoons. We have about a tablespoon of bacon fat in here. Make sure that butter melts into that bacon fat. I've got my heat on about medium because this pan's pretty smoking. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in, I have a diced, a small to medium red onion. I'm gonna get that in there. And we're gonna go ahead and sweat that out till it's translucent, pretty soft, about 5 to 7 minutes. So the red onion looks awesome. It's really translucent and soft. What I'm gonna do now is add 2 garlic cloves that I've just crushed with my garlic press. It's perfect, gets all the garlic flavor out. Oh, I can smell it. And incidentally, you don't have to use red onion. I like to use red onion really because of the color. But if you've got a Spanish onion, a white onion, whatever, just use that, it's fine. Here we go. Garlic smells great. Next thing I'm gonna add is my arborio rice. Next thing I'm gonna add is my rice. You actually can use any kind of rice. You can use a short rice. Looks awesome. It's shiny, translucent. I can just put my head down here and smell the toasted yumminess of this. The next step is to add 3/4 cup of wine. And one tip that I have and I really, really like is that I buy the little 4-packs of white wine. These are, I actually don't know how many milliliters they are, but they're about 3/4 cup. I'm not a white wine drinker, and if you're not either, these are awesome because you don't have to waste a whole bottle of white wine, and you can just throw the whole thing in. There we go. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that sizzle. I'm going to turn it up to high. What I'm looking for is just to reduce this white wine down so I get that essence of the white wine flavor into the rice. So the rice is like soaking it up like a sponge. It's only going to take about a minute. Come on over here and look at this. You can see how fast the wine absorbs it. It's just really soaking it up. I don't want the rice to get dry, but I want to absorb so it's kind of puffy, and it kind of looks that way now. So at this point, I'm going to throw in my chicken broth and water, and this is 6 cups. It's kind of a lot. And there we go, real delicately, because I like this green t-shirt. There we go. And I'm going to raise this totally to high and bring to a boil, just like a regular rice dish. You might be saying, Jen, this is so not a risotto, which it's not. It's a risotto, because in a typical risotto, I'd have a saucepan of warmed broth and water, and I'd be scooping it and I'd be stirring it forever. I'm not doing that, as you can see. I'm actually cutting it down completely, probably I'd say a good 20-25 minutes of work, because I'm using Philadelphia cream cheese. So it's getting really warm, I can feel it. What I'm gonna do now is actually add my 4 ounces of cream cheese. I'm gonna wait until this melts and gets really silky, and then I'm gonna put the cover on the rice and just let it do the work. And I can walk away, I can go help my boys with their homework, I can go sit on the couch and put my feet up, whatever I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, is it time? Is the risotto done? Oh my gosh. I didn't have to stir it for 25-30 minutes. Come on, let's go check it out. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on over. Oh boy. It's done! Come on, look at this. Check out the creaminess of this risotto. I did not stir it at all. It's just been working on its own, and thanks to Philadelphia cream cheese, look at that. Oh! I'm gonna bring it over the top and add about a ½ cup of grated Parmesan, because I can. Let's get that into it. All right. Oh, it smells so good. Now, our butternut squash roasted in the oven. I have their bath in there, as you can see. It was amazing. Oh, I didn't even touch it. Turned the pan into a bowl. Going right through it. Just that in. Oh, so good. Butternut squash is a great vegetable. I have 2 boys. They're 8 and 10, so they're a little younger than your 2 right now. And if you can remember, getting them to eat vegetables was a little bit of a challenge. If you put it in to some kind of creamy starch, it's a real do it. So once you roast butternut squash, you kind of understand how sweet it is, and I kind of call it candy squash because it kind of gets in there with them. So we're all done with this, and we're ready to plate. I'm going to take it off the heat. You can put it in a big, family style bowl if you're going to pass it around the table. I think it's actually kind of cute to put it in little decorative mugs or ramekins, depending. But if this is going to be your main side and you have just a little bit of protein on the side, I think this looks really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We got the thyme in there. And if you come on over, let's not forget about our little bacon crumbles. Butternut squash, bacon, thyme, the creamy goodness of the Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm just going to be real fancy, as my sons like to say, and put a little bit of parsley on top. Delicious. Paula and Philadelphia cream cheese, thank you so much for letting me show you my roasted butternut squash risotto. And this has been a great experience. I'm Jen McNabb from Nashville, saying goodbye.